Hey everybody, Nick Marzock with Full Compass. Here at Full Compass, we know VO and we are here for you, the pro. Did I mean to make that rhyme? In this video, we're going to be talking about great large diaphragm condenser microphones for voiceover. If you are a seasoned voiceover professional, you probably already know the difference between the microphone types, but just in case, a large diaphragm condenser microphone works kind of like a human ear. It's going to be very sensitive and pick up on a very wide frequency range. So they're great for voiceover because they capture a lot of detail in the voice. However, they're sensitive, so these are not ideal for being in a bedroom or home studio that has a lot of ambient noise, hums from appliances. They're better for a controlled studio or a whisper room, some kind of isolated environment. I say large diaphragm because condenser microphones can also be small diaphragm. Large diaphragms tend to have more coloring across the frequency spectrum that makes a voice pop. The basic way that it works is inside of the mic capsule, there's a diaphragm, and because it's a large diaphragm condenser microphone, they're generally about an inch or greater in diameter. And that diaphragm has a membrane that vibrates against a static back plate. Between those two layers, there is voltage. There's a current running through it. As sound hits that membrane, it'll vibrate, changing the voltage running through it that gives an electrical signal mimicking the audio signal. So they need some kind of power source, whether that's a vacuum tube or electrets. But for the sake of this video, we will be talking about microphones powered by phantom. I honestly don't understand how it works, but it's power that is going up the same XLR cable that sound is coming back through. It's a science, I don't know. All that being said, these are great large diaphragm condenser microphones for voiceover, and we will start with the Neumann U87AI. This is the industry standard microphone for voice. This is not an entry-level microphone by any means, and it is the microphone that so many other microphones model after or try to imitate. Every pro studio that I've gone into, whether it was for voiceover or even singing, voice recording, this is the microphone that the engineer will start with. When in doubt, put a U87 on somebody and they're gonna sound incredible. It also has other uses. A pair of these on a piano sounds incredible. If you have this microphone, you could pretty much use it anywhere. Voice, obviously, voice over, obviously, also wind instruments, violin, guitars. This microphone really does it all. It's the same dual diaphragm capsule of its predecessor, so it's a legacy microphone. It was, based on the 67 in the 60s. There are 3 built-in polar patterns, so it's cardioid for voiceover. It has figure 8 if you're interviewing somebody or want to catch a stereo image, and it's also omnidirectional, so you could put it in the middle of the room if you have a band surrounding it, and it will pick up everything around. It's really 3 microphones in one. Very flat frequency response, stunningly accurate. Like, this is a very accurate microphone, especially for a voice. It does have a little bump up in the highs, but for the most part, especially for a large diaphragm condenser, it's really, really accurate. It's what my voice actually sounds like. That's also in part due to the Class A amplifier that brings a warmth and a richness to vocals. So it's gonna pick up a lot of that high end, have a lot of detail up there, but also give a warmth in the lows and the mids. Really great sound. Am I saying too much about this mic? Of course I'm not. It's the U87. It has a 10 decibel pad and also low frequency roll off, so you can control those lower frequencies or loud moments. And the thing that really makes this microphone iconic and desirable for voiceover is how accurate it is in the mids. It has such an honest and clear mid-tone. That's why this microphone became what it is. Really low self noise too, it's just 12 dB, so it's gonna be able to pick up very soft, whispery things. It has a maximum SPL or sound pressure level of 127 decibels. It's not in the range where you'd want to put it directly on a snare drum or something like that, but for a vocal, you can get as loud as you want, and it's going to be able to handle that with clarity. Very sensitive microphone. Even in this room, it's a pretty big room, you're probably hearing a lot of room reflection. If it's a real studio environment, it's the U87. If you are a character voiceover actor and you're animated and you're moving around, it's gonna be great at picking that up. Like I said, it's very sensitive, and it's Neumann. Neumann is known for exceptional craftsmanship. It's a really well-built microphone. It's pretty sturdy, and I don't wanna say it can take a beating. I don't encourage beating up a $3,500, $3,600 microphone, but they're so well-built. That's what Neumann's known for. So this is the ideal microphone, for anything, but if you're in a controlled environment in a studio, the U87 is the answer. What was the question? The Neumann TLM 103. This is such a popular large diaphragm condenser microphone for voiceover professionals especially in their home studios or ISO rooms. Another microphone that can be applied to many things. It picks up guitar so beautifully, string instruments, vocals obviously. This mic is pretty unparalleled when it comes to articulation and warmth. It really targets the voice. It has that classic Neumann clarity and body in the mids and upper lows. Hits those highs beautifully, a lot of detail and clarity in the highs and the mids. This frequency response is flat. It is flat, especially for a large diaphragm. It uses the same classic K67-87 capsule that a U87 has, but with modern wide boost above 5 kilohertz. So some really nice sparkle up in the highs. I use this microphone a lot, not only in voiceover, but also vocals with home recordings. Really low noise floor at 7 decibels and a maximum sound pressure level of 138 decibels. So that's 131 dynamic range. And with that low noise floor, that's really good for quiet environments or soft vocals. You can really hear the clarity even when I'm this soft. The TLM 103 puts a lot of control at your fingertips with the low cut filter and the -6 decibel pad, so you can really control the sound going into the mic capsule. Just like the 87, it's Neumann, very well constructed, but also very sensitive, very high quality, so not great for a lot of ambient noise or even roomy spaces like I'm in right now. It's gonna capture all that reverb, but really great for voiceover, especially in animation or if you're very animated during commercial reads. This microphone is gonna pick up a lot of that, so I just couldn't recommend this mic enough. The TLM 103 by Neumann. The AKG C414 XL2, industry standard, every studio has one. This microphone has been around and dominating since 1971. I've seen this as drum overheads, as vocal mics. It really is so many different microphones in one. This is not a microphone for smaller budgets, but you get so much microphone for that price that it's seriously worth it. And that's a lot because it has so many different polarity patterns, 9 to be exact: cardioid, hypercardioid, wide cardioid, Omni, and figure 8, and you can switch to blend between them. It's so versatile. This microphone is great for a ton of uses. It has 3 different attenuation levels, so you can roll off -6, -12, or -18. So you could put this mic on a variety of sound sources and it will handle it no problem. It also has a switchable high pass filter, so you can roll off at 40, 80, or 160. Like, the customization of this microphone is insane between all of the switches, the polarity patterns. It's like 20 different microphones in one mic. And it sounds great on vocals. It's why I love the XL2 of the 414 series. It really is tuned for vocals, has a great frequency response that brings up the sibilance, brings up really nice places where a voice sits. Even though it has a bunch of different polarity patterns, it has a pretty consistent frequency response across all of them. It rolls off between like 1 and 2 kilohertz, which I find to be a really nice sound, and then brings back the sibilance and the highs. Also incredibly sensitive, just a 6 decibel noise floor, so you can get really quiet and it will pick up the sound of the room. This microphone is so sensitive. It's sensitive. I'm sorry. It's such a versatile mic. I just can't say enough about the 414 by AKG. The Audio-Technica AT2020. This is a great large diaphragm condenser microphone for a smaller budget, so excellent for entry level. If you're kicking around the idea of getting into voiceover, this might be a good starting place. For its price point, it provides exceptional value, and as a benefit, this microphone also comes in a USB version. Those are great for if you're traveling, doing auditions on the go. USB just goes right into your computer. You don't need an interface. It's powered by the USB. For now, we're talking about the XLR. It has a lot in the low ends for being a $99 microphone. It has a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, slight dip around 100 hertz, but for the most part, it's pretty even across the board. Not a whole lot of coloration until you get into the highs. So pretty standard frequency response for a large diaphragm condenser microphone, but at a fraction of the price. So again, great on a budget. 144 decibel sound pressure level, so you can get really, really loud with this thing and it will handle it. That's pretty high for any condenser microphone, let alone one like this. It's pretty impressive. You get a lot of bang for your buck, a really good, clear sounding microphone. It does have a slightly higher self noise, but it's at medium sensitivity. So if you have a pretty powerful voice or a noisier space, this is a really good option. It's gonna isolate more than most large diaphragm condensers, and it's great on the go, in a hotel room, in a car, wherever you need to do auditions. Just a great combination of performance, price, and reliability. Highly recommend the AT2020 from Audio-Technica, especially for new voice artists or voice artists on the go. the Rode NT1 Signature. This is just an incredible large diaphragm condenser microphone on a budget. We're gonna get into what makes this mic so special. I mean, besides the color, look at this. Obviously, I chose the pink one. The official mic of Barbie. For the price range, I don't know that I've heard a mic this consistent, this flat, but bright, depth in the lows, clarity in the mids, and shiny highs. What you get, the bang for your buck, is pretty amazing. And it comes with the shock mount with the pop filter add-on. So it's this complete package, comes in a variety of colors. So if you have a home studio that has a, color aesthetic, you could choose a bunch of different colors. That color coding is a durable finish too, so it's pretty resistant to scratches or scuffs when you're handling it or putting the mic on. This mic is equipped with Rode's signature HF6 1-inch large diaphragm capsule, and it's known for having really deep basses, clear midtones, and rich highs. Across the frequency spectrum of 20 Hertz to 20,000 Hertz, it's gonna be fairly even with detailed mids and very sparkling, shimmery highs. Just an incredibly flat response that gives such warmth and substance in the lows. You can get up to 142 decibels of maximum sound pressure level, so you could be pretty loud into this thing beyond what a voice can do. But the crazy thing is, it has a 4 decibel noise floor. So if I'm dead silent, I can really get quiet and it's gonna pick up all of this sound delicately. This microphone is better for a studio because it's so sensitive and you could get it so quiet, but for its price point, it's a good one to have on hand if you have a home studio. There's an internal shock mount on the capsule that minimizes the vibrational noise. For the price, it's so hard to beat the Rode NT1 Signature. The Earthworks ETHOS. This is definitely a unique and dark horse voiceover microphone. Don't tell this microphone that it's a condenser mic. Looks and functions kind of like a dynamic microphone, but it has the clarity and the sensitivity of a condenser microphone. It's kind of giving you the best of both worlds. This microphone is designed to make you sound authentically you. It's gonna capture the transients, give you a lot of great clarity in the highs, but also boost the lows like a dynamic microphone would. So much detail, so much clarity in the voice. There's also a subtle proximity effect, so if I get a little closer to the mic, that's gonna give you the impression of a much pricier microphone, but also protects you from the plosives because of this great windscreen. The microphone has a low-cut filter and a pad that rolls off 20 decibels, so a lot of control. It also has a very low handling noise, so if you were gonna go handheld, it's not gonna make a ton of noise if you were adjusting it, especially in a podcast setting. It is super cardioid, so you have to kind of be in this sweet spot. You can't venture too far outside before losing a bit of audio gain. A massive frequency response, 20 Hertz on the low end to 30 kilohertz on the high end, so this is so detailed up there. I keep saying that, but it's a really great function and quality of this microphone. 16 decibels of self noise, so it's not the quietest microphone in this category. However, it has 145 decibel maximum sound pressure level, so you can get so loud. Seriously, don't tell this microphone that it's condenser. It doesn't think it is. Really great price point, super reliable, super durable, and excellent clarity. I can't say enough great things about the Earthworks ETHOS, and it looks cool. Look at that. It's like something out of a space show. The ETHOS by Earthworks. Such a great microphone. So those are all great options for voiceover in large diaphragm condenser microphones, but Full Compass has so many more options, and there are also different types of microphones that might suit your needs as well. So give us a call, 800-356-5844. Our sales experts are here to help you find the microphone that works best for your situation. Or to explore all the microphones that Full Compass has, go to fullcompass.com. For Full Compass, I'm Nick Marzock. Keep it right here at Full Compass and follow us on social media to get more great interviews, gear reviews, and so much more content for you, the voiceover pro. fullcompass.com.